Hello everyone. This is Verden X Schneider 642. I thought about my last video manual guide, and after a long and careful consideration I finally arrived to the obvious answer. That video was completely perfect and there is no need to create another one. That's why I've decided to make another video for you, since there could be no such thing as too much perfection. I'll call this Additional Extra Video Manual Guide Part 1 out of 1. In this video I'll showcase some of the new 6-star characters that could be useful to you, since I have them. Let's begin. This character is called Deer. She will kill you in your sleep. And again when you're awake. You can't run. Give up. Her main ability is being an animal and being toxic to other people. Due to the level of toxicity near her, it's not a surprise that she gets along well with rabid homeless animals and children, since those two are widely accepted to be the most evil things in existence. But I digress. Should you pull for Deer? No. But you clearly already did, likely to spite me. I forgive you, so let's continue with the next character. This character is called Black Dwarf. She has two similar abilities, slyly shoving people and dropping giant celestial bodies on them. Like in real life, those two attacks have basically the same damage and only differ in the number of enemies they can hit at one time. Should you pull for Black Dwarf? No. Because a Black Dwarf is just a theoretical stellar remnant that wasn't yet observed in the universe even once, so you shouldn't waste your resources on something that's just a theory. But I digress. Let's continue with the next character. This character is called Charmaine. His main ability is the lack of an ability to be a waifu in a gacha game. On the other hand, he does have a metal hand and a very bad case of broken neck, causing him to always look down on you. Should you pull for Charmaine? Yes. But only if you finally agree that you can't get any women in your life. But I digress. Let's continue with the next character. This character is called Math. Her main special skill is an ability to nom. That ability removes the target's frontal lobe, preventing them from being able to process complex calculations, making them inferior to math and causing them to die from unexplained symptoms of extreme social inaptitude. But I digress. Should you pull for Math? Yes. But you will have to do it at least 3 times, because no one likes linear equations and you can't have a proper triangle without at least 3 angles. With that, let's continue with the next character. This character is called Voyager. Yes. There are no more 6-star characters in this game, but more will likely be added into the game when I'll get them in my account. For now, just like last time, let's briefly go through the other unimportant aspects of the game. Resonance is still the most valuable thing in this game. But now, you are able to save several different variants of how badly you've screwed up the game, since you weren't able to achieve even a single Tetris despite literally filling up the whole board. You were able to do it before, but only for 1 attempt, and now you can even name your best failures. Wilderness is still as bad and useless as it was before, but since now you can have even more vehicles and lakes, I'd still evaluate this side game as somewhat usable. Limbo is still useless and can't be beaten without cheating. Please, avoid all those videos that you may see that constantly easily finish all the Limbo levels, since those are created by AI and no real human is able to achieve the same results. You can easily notice them, since they use very exaggerated thumbnails that sometimes generated by AI as well. UTTU still has a freaky spider on the cover, so I was avoiding it, and hopefully so were you. Thankfully, we all know that since any levels that don't use any activity points are usually just unimportant story content, we can be sure that UTTU is completely useless as well and doesn't provide any real benefits to your account. Developers mentioned that more minigames and stories will be added in the future updates, so I'll likely cover them in the future videos that won't be needed, since this video is already perfect and is the only video you'll ever need. This concludes part 1 of my additional videos for the best manual guide you have ever needed. Hopefully, you now know everything about all the new characters and will be able to play the game with and without them at the same time. Thank you very much for watching, and always remember to pat your Voyager. Because Voyager is best girl. Additionally, I'd like to thank everyone who has commented on the last video and were actively not asking any questions, proving that the last video was perfect and didn't require any more of them being created. But I digress. Have a great day, and I'll see you in Limbo.